It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It's Friday.
Cheer my whoop.
Where's the cheers?
His whoop whoops broke.
All I got out is
you ought to hear the trumpet.
All I could get out is a whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. It's a little broke.
Little.
A little bit maybe.
In
Could
my
be worse.
other business, that's when you get warpage like that, you just start over, you know.
Well, it ain't gonna help.
Are you warped, Scooter?
I'm a little warped. I've been warped.
He's got a bearing loose somewhere. Anyway, it's Friday, December 20th, 2019 at 7 a.m. Welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host. Along with Bob
It's actually
Rector-Walden.
7:01 by the time you said it.
7:01. Excuse me, 7:01.
Just a correction.
Along with Bob Rector-Walden and Scooter Callis. How you guys doing?
I'm good.
5 days till Christmas.
Can you believe it?
No.
It's come up pretty quick this year,
Boy,
seems
it
like.
did. Yeah,
Might do some shopping this weekend.
Might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm one of them last minute shoppers if you haven't caught on. I'm one of the best last minute shopper you'll find.
He's the guy that they're waiting for in the store when the guy's got the key in his hand, tapping his foot like, come on, let's go.
The time now is 11:59 and 30 seconds, and your Walmart store will be closing at midnight.
And I am very polite about it because I'll shake that guy's hand as he's locked the door up behind me.
Welcome, Christmas Eve shoppers. The time now is 11:59 and 45 seconds. Your Walmart store will be closing in 15 seconds. Scooter, get out of here.
That's about how it goes.
Ain't that the truth? Oh, goodness. Down on the Corner is brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional, of course, it's still out by the cafeteria, by the little picnic area and little trailer. Working on some remodeling there in the main lobby. Hopefully it'll be done soon. They're doing a very good job there. There's going to be a really nice coffee bar there. Of course, we got Balmer Boulevard. This is going to be the last day. It's going to be busy for a while. This last day of school before the Christmas break. And then, of course, 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. All 3 locations are ready to serve you the best coffee in town.
There you go. And cinnamon rolls that you didn't bring. Kept saying I'm going to bring them in right before Christmas. Blah, blah, blah.
It ain't before Christmas yet, Scooter. You got 5 more days.
5 more days. Yeah, pretty soon. Yeah, time. Bark, bark, bark,
You've
bark.
got the 23rd and 24th, and then
That's
if he doesn't bring
Yeah.
them on those 2 days, we're strapped
We're
into
only
the
going to be
chair.
here the 23rd.
That's it.
Oh, you're not going to be here the 24th?
No.
Or the 25th.
Low
or the
lives.
26th. Or the 27th. Or the 30th.
Really?
Yeah.
Boy, y'all got it made.
Boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't tell Gil.
But, I mean, feel free to come in the mornings and check on us. But I'm pretty sure we won't be here.
Wow.
Schedule-wise, we decided to take a little Christmas vacation this year. So 24th through 27, the 24th, we're running the memorial to Mike Stephen. Mike Stephen was a policeman that was murdered in Stone County back in July. We got permission from the family. I was talking with them last Friday during the bridge dedication. We got permission. And it's to honor not only Mike Stephen, but the fallen policemen this year that have lost their lives in line of duty. One in Fayetteville, Arkansas, just about 2 weeks ago. And then Scooter's going to surprise us for the rest of the time, the 25th
Yeah,
through the
I've got a
27th.
little Christmas thing I'm putting together. So.
And we will be live on the 31st. We've got a guest coming in with some veterans issues on the 31st. I'm taking January 1st off. So 30, December 30, and January 1 be pre-recorded shows. After that, we're back to normal. So anyway,
There we go.
Down on the Corner is brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Mike and his staff do a great job at all 3 locations, so be sure to visit them today. And they've got all the blends you want. They've got the Christmas specials, and they've got the pumpkin spice. Whatever you want, they've got it. So check them out. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring the morning. My nose is itching today. Can't stop scratching. Testing, 1, 2. There we go.
No comment.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bringing the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. Across the state of Arkansas, there's 29 to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. The Roller family, the Roller Funeral Home system, extremely caring, professional, loving people. They've reached out to help And when they say with all our respect, they mean it. Can't say enough good things about the Roller Funeral Home people. Right here in Mountain Home, talk to Charlotte, Brad, Bruce, Chris, anybody there is ready to help you. Pre-planning, like Bob had a client a year or so ago said, Dale, need to talk about pre-planning. You're right, and we still do. And whatever the situation, Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas, right here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes, let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, looking back at December 2016, our stock market closed for the year at 19,762.60. That was just after President Trump was elected. Now our market exceeds 29,000. Our investments are growing. Gasoline is the lowest in many years. Jobless rate is one of the lowest in history. And the big box stores and department stores are selling Christmas trees and decorations instead of holiday trees. Lord, your blessings are wonderful. But Lord, our president has made a difference in our economy, and we're doing good. Yet he is blasted and yelled at for his stance. My prayer today, Lord, during this Christmas season, bless and protect Donald Trump, our president, guide his decisions, and bless his family. That's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring your morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
All right, somebody's going to have to do
the other was bad? Wait for this one.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we get a shovel, dig a hole?
And now it's time for the weather.
That one got me.
Paid for it there, dude.
That one got me.
And if he's no better Monday, it'll be whether or not he shows up. So
We need to go. I think the duck call's still over there on the old tape. Morning weather is brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. RetireToArkansas.net. And 'tis the season where families are getting together and, Mom, Dad, don't you think you need a smaller place or you're going to relocate during retirement, whatever it may be? Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793, or check out the website, RetireToArkansas.net. And that's the location for...
We have a little clip from them, the little story. I got to put that on. It's for Christmas. We got to have the little story.
You're going to do that before the river?
Yeah.
All right, play the clip. Let's see the clip.
Gather on the radio, boys and girls. I have a little story to tell. 'Twas the night before listing, and all through the house, not a computer was stirring, not even its mouse. The CMAs were completed, the contract was signed, all with hopes of selling this house in record time. We sellers were resting all snug in our beds, while visions of sold signs danced in our heads. The house had been staged, decluttered with care, in hopes that great offers soon would be there. The kitchen was gleaming, the sidewalk swept clean. O spirit of curb appeal, make our house be seen. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, we scrambled to see just what was the matter. The Century 21 goalpost had started to glow, a warm golden light on the new fallen snow. When what to our wondering eyes should appear, our Z-Team agents with buyers, my dear. They featured and pointed and showed them the way. They smiled and agreed and nodded, okay. Our house got an offer the very next day. We accepted it and happily moved on our way. So remember this story when you need to move. The Z-Team Realtors will make it go smooth. From Bob and Linda Zadora and the whole Z-Team. Reese Tubbs, Sam McMaster, TJ Fitzmaurice, Darlene Clark, the entire Z-Team staff. We wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey!
There you go.
All right.
So you didn't know he was a storyteller, did you?
well, I kind of knew he was a storyteller. I didn't know he could put one together like that.
Didn't know he could put a never mind. I'm
Let's
gonna
take a
be
look at the
nice
White
about
River.
it. Oh, the White River?
Yeah.
White River. That'd be the next clip.
Uh-oh. Must be foggy.
Yep. Here's what our shot is right now. It's the same shot that you're looking here, but this is what it looks like right now.
Are you kidding? Boy, there's a lot of fog on the river.
A
Wow.
lot of fog.
Wow.
You can't even see down there. You can't
Look,
see
you can
nothing.
see the brush right there. Wow.
Isn't that the theme of a song, Purple Haze?
Yeah.
Smoke in the water?
You get that right.
But that's the shot normally.
That's what it's supposed to look like. Well, that was taken, what, in September of this year?
Yeah, that's a summer
September. Yeah. You see a little bit of color along the river right there. So I think it's mid to late September, just as the color started in. View of the White River brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net. Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Right now, 30 degrees in Mountain Home, 26 at Flippin, 28 at Harrison, 26 in Yellow, 25 in Salem. It's 30 at Calico Rock, 25 in Mountain View. Around the region, St. Louis at 23, 27 at Poplar Bluff, West Plains 25. 32 in Branson, Missouri, and 32 at Branson, zero, nothing in Watford City. Cold up there.
What's your temperature? We don't have one.
We don't have one, yeah. On the national radar, we've got shower activity in western Washington and around Portland, Oregon, moving into the northern part of Idaho, the western part of Montana. We have shower activity around Eureka, California, and then in the southern part of Texas. Let me pull that up a little bit. And that may be a little bit of shower activity that they're saying that could come across us about Christmas Day or the day after. Most of the country dry at this time. All through the Midwest and Mid-South, Southeast looks like it's pretty good. A little bit around in Florida. Taking a look at Arkansas, we're picking up nothing on the radar there in Arkansas. All your highways are clear, 62, 412 east and west, Highway 65, 67, 167 north and south from Little Rock up into Missouri. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 all in Arkansas looks good. Same thing in Missouri except it's I-44, I-70, I-55, and 49 all look good, even up around Kansas City. I-35 in good shape. Interstate 64 east out of East St. Louis, Illinois is good shape. I-57 going up into Illinois along with I-57. No problems there. I-24 at 57 in good shape. And so, see what's on the forecast map. We have some winter type precip up in Montana, Idaho, and Washington. Some high wind warnings up there. Fog in the Dakotas, and that's about it. We have a little bit of a, what's that light green down there? Coastal flooding in the panhandle of Florida. Other than that, the Midwest, Mid-South is in pretty good shape. And so 7-day forecast for today, we have a high of 49 degrees today, low tonight of 29, 52 on Saturday, 56 on Sunday, 60 on Monday, Tuesday, Christmas Eve, a high of 63 degrees. Our lows range from 29 to 30, 32, and 37 degrees, so we got some mild temperatures coming in.
And the first day of winter is when?
Well, it's actually, we looked it up on the
Sunday or
it's
something.
10:30 Saturday night.
Yeah.
But
they're calling it the 22nd.
They're calling it the 22nd.
My whole point is, first day of winter is going to be 60s.
Great point.
Global warming.
Yeah,
our dream of having a white Christmas is diminishing.
Well, no, you can go out and get about 400 pounds of sugar and put out in your front yard. That'd be a
There
white
you go.
You know, I'll do
Yeah,
that.
and probably have every animal in your yard.
Boy, you
along with
would,
it.
yeah. Put salt licks out for the deer, yeah. Everything looks good in the state of Arkansas right now.
They don't have one.
Well, let's see. We have traffic control. Let's see. We can look at the construction zones. If you're getting ready to travel, so you need to see the construction zones. A lot of it.
But most of these aren't even going to be really delays or anything.
No, it's just it's probably going to be a drop of 10 to 15 miles an hour in traffic. You know, you've got it on 67. Of course, they've been working on.
Go down one icon, and take those off real quick, and go down one.
Two.
Road conditions. Is there a thing called road conditions?
Yeah, right there.
Current weather conditions. Yeah.
No.
Travel conditions.
Travel conditions.
Up. One more. Right there. Travel conditions.
Where? There's highway closures, weather radar, weather warnings, and current weather conditions.
I'll be darned. Well, where was the one that's showing the road closures and stuff? Did we lose that one?
That would
Somehow
be,
it got turned off.
Yeah, where's it
I'll
at
be
here?
darned.
I'll find it here. Hang on a second.
Yeah, we're live. By the way,
Yeah.
Reminder.
just a reminder.
I don't know. We'll find it. But there's only 3 or 4 on there, and it was all state highways that most
Check
people.
with us Monday. We'll let you know how the roads were on Saturday.
Yeah, and your way to travel.
If you're going out of town this weekend, you're on your own.
You're on your own.
Now, I will say this, because Missouri, during the summer course, it was all under
Boy, I mean, this
major
thing was
delays.
just dotted with everything.
And then it really diminished down when the school started and through that. But now it's still dwindling down. I mean, they're not adding a lot of new stuff. They're still working on some of the stuff that's there. So it's good to see it the way it is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Everything looks good in the state of Missouri right now, and seems like there's no problems at all. Morning weather is brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. RetireToArkansas.net. A little bit of a community calendar today. Cotter Big Spring Park tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. They have Christmas in Cotter at Big Spring Park, and they've got a decorating contest going on. So I think I'm going to run down there tomorrow about 4:30 and park and walk down to the park. I love it down there. I love that park. Go down there in the evening sometime in the fall and the summer. I really enjoy it. So tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, they're going to have Big Spring Park Christmas in Cotter. It's going to be a lot of fun. So coming up, Elesha and Dan are here from the veterans, so stick around. We'll be right back. Unless you guys got something, Bob.
I was just going to mention the wrestling tournament that we're hosting here for the high school bomber wrestling tournament. It'll be on the 3rd and 4th. On the 3rd, it'll start at like 6 o'clock in the evening, and then on Saturday, I'll run all day, starting at 10.
Did you mention anything about the last tournament, the last singles match?
We didn't go. Are you talking about the meet or the tournament?
The meet.
No, I did not.
Mountain Home had their first home meet of the year.
Yep.
and took West Plains sizably. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah, the boys.
Congratulations.
Boys rolled. Yep.
I think it was like 54 to
It's 18, I think.
54
But I
to
wasn't
18.
going to go that deep, Scooter. You know.
No, okay. no. Both teams did a great job. They really did because there was battles. It wasn't like we just.
You guys hurry up. I'm out of coffee.
Oh, for crying out loud. Okay.
We are live.
We'll be right back.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn and Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn and Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z-Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z-Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at RetireToArkansas.net.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do. And they also send me a report after all the work is done, so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference. $7:22, Dan and Elesha are here. We're going to be talking some things about the veterans, and to all of our veterans, thank you and Merry Christmas and may God bless you. And with that, Dan, Elesha?
Yeah, just a little touch on the Christmas thing. You know, our suicide prevention outreach program has had some success. We're not perfect yet, but we're still working at making it a 0 suicide rate. We've reduced it by about a third, considering that rate's been going up every year for 10 or 15 years. Just stopping the upward trend was something. But anyway, we've received recognition nationally. Senator Bozeman has introduced a bill 1906, and there's a companion House bill that's going to require the Veterans Administration to make grant money available to local communities to do similar to what we did, bottoms-up grassroots programs instead of the top-down programs that haven't worked. And while I'm on the subject, Christmas is not always a great time for everybody. There are folks out there that are not feeling real well at Christmas time. It's a bad time of the year for some people who've lost a loved one or had medical issues or whatever, for some reason find themselves alone and not much to celebrate right now. If you know somebody like that, a neighbor, church member, whatever, put them on your card list and stay in touch with them. Let them know they're still a valued member of their community. It makes a big difference. The state of Arkansas now has created a suicide prevention task force that was kind of pushed by Senator Bozeman and the governor's office and the adjutant general of Arkansas National Guard, Arkansas Health Department, VA, Veterans Coalition, and just a whole bunch of folks are involved now in trying to create programs similar to what we did. And we've been asked, Dr. George Wolford, who's doing the grunt work here in Mountain Home, we've been asked to participate in that task force. So we've made one trip down there. We'll make another one on the 8th. But that program has been working real well. We've talked a couple times about the problem with survivor benefits and if they have this one insurance and they get another benefit, they lose one or the other. We finally got that fixed. That bill is it's on the president's desk right now for signature. You know more about that than I do.
Right. So, and that's going to be a great benefit, because right now what happens is if they have a service member benefit plan, so that's life insurance that while the military member was active duty, before and it's for retirees only who retired from the military, they had, if they decided to take on a life insurance policy, that you had to pay into it for like 30 years, premiums, yada yada yada. So what ended up happening, though, because it's two federal benefits, if the veteran was a service-connected death when they ended up passing away and they were entitled to benefits from death indemnity for their surviving spouse, the surviving spouse couldn't then get benefits from the life insurance policy that they paid into and bought. And so it's always, they would refund the premiums. They could only have one. And they would pay the better benefit, which typically was the death benefit. And so something that they purchased and paid for 30 years, they would refund the premiums, but they wouldn't get the life insurance payout each month. So that is what has changed. So it passed the House last week, and the Senate approved it yesterday. So now it's on the president's desk so that they can have the dual benefits, those surviving spouses, of the life insurance policy, what the veteran paid for, and then the VA benefit that that is entitled to those individuals who died from service-connected.
We've been fighting that for years.
Will it go backwards to help?
It won't go back. I mean, everything that the VA does
As a start date.
It has an effective date, and it's by law, because that's when the law changed.
Yeah.
And so they'll use that effective date of when the law changed and it was signed into law.
We still have a similar argument with 4 illnesses that in 2016 the National Academy of Science, Engineering, and Medicine put a link to exposure to Agent Orange for hypertension and bladder cancer and 2 others. Secretary Shulkin at that time said he was going to add those, there were 4 of them, to the presumptive list. And he got some pushback from, I guess, Mulvaney, who was CBO at the time, and that's probably why Shulkin ended up leaving. Well, in 2018, the Academy came back and said it was more than suggestive. There was evidence that actually linked the exposure. And the new Secretary Wilkie had said, this was last January, they'd make a decision in 90 days. Well, that would have been June. No decision came. In the meantime, one of our Arkansas congressmen, Bruce Westerman, introduced a bill, 2200, to force the issue. Since that time, all of the veteran service organizations have gotten together and signed a letter to Secretary Wilkie and to the White House making demands. And then here on the 15th, there was another act from Congress trying to push this. So I'm hopeful that sometime early next year that will happen. But boy, it's sure been a long, hard fight.
And you mentioned 4 illnesses. Are all 4 illnesses from Agent Orange, or are there 4 separate illnesses that are not in conjunction with Agent Orange?
They're all in conjunction with Agent Orange. One is hypertension, one is hyperthyroidism, one is Parkinson's type symptoms without the diagnosis of Parkinson's disease. I think the other one was bladder cancer.
Mm-hmm. And then they're also looking at the burn pits, because for this current war that we're still in, that's something, a lot of times people don't realize we're still at war, and we have those service members deployed in Afghanistan and Iraq. But at the beginning of the war, what they did was they had burn pits. And what a burn pit is really, it was just all the trash and leftover stuff that, when you're living out somewhere and you can't throw it away, you don't have landfills, they burned it. So they burned everything that they had to get rid of, which had chemicals in it, toxins, and it human waste, everything. They burned this stuff, and the service members were breathing it in and yada yada. And so now it's causing a lot of illnesses, cancers, asthma, breathing issues. And so they're doing a lot of studies to determine where the burn pits were, and that's one thing, where were they? And then who was there, and what now are these young individuals who are, it's been 10 years, 15 years, almost 20 years, what are they starting to get diagnosed with? And so that's something.
And they trace it back to burn pit.
Oh yeah, it's a huge thing, but it's same
thing. Think about it, you're out in the desert. There's nothing out there.
Right, so it's this generation's Agent Orange, because they don't know the effects of all of that, and what they haven't. So that's another thing that's they're looking
there
at.
Again, civilians don't have nearly the idea of what our military goes through on a daily basis.
Well, it's true, and on this last one, the congressman has really complained and used a line that I've used several times. If you're going to send them, you got to mend them. And this thing that it's going to be too expensive to add those diseases, you should have thought about that before you put them in harm's way. But it's a long, drawn-out battle.
But you think about what Elesha just said. We take it for granted. We got a trash bucket over here, and we take it out once a week. You're in the middle of nowhere.
There's nothing to, and so that's the thing, and so it's.
Well, on a lighter note, we had our Christmas party for the veterans that are in hospital at Fort Roots, and went down there first Saturday of December. It's an annual thing that we do, Disabled American Veterans and the Auxiliary.
And where's Fort Roots?
At North Little Rock.
North Little Rock.
The VA hospital down there. And we, for years, have had two programs going. One is the ladies out in Oakland, the quilt club that makes the lap quilts for the veterans that are in wheelchairs. I took 75 of those down there this year. Wow. Plus the Christmas cards that the grade school students do. We've got that program up and running again. And we took a bunch of cards for them. And somebody else donated some brand new Harrow shirts that they just were the wrong size, been stored a while and they shrank, I guess, how that happens. So we took all those, but I got a nice letter back from the VA. What we brought down there and donated was basically an estimated value of $2,830. So
wow,
that's good.
We do that every year.
And that, I know that really brings joy to those Veterans Day. Like you were saying, sometimes people don't have families around, and so just knowing someone's out there who cares and is thinking of them, and they love getting the cards from the children. I think that's.
We had a great show this year too. A young fellow that's a juggler and a magician and a comedian.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And I thought when I was a juggler, these people were absolutely. You talk about interactive. He had them going. Now it was a great party. It was a great party.
We got a break in action. Let's grab that break. 7:33. More with the veterans right after this.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
I was involved in a wreck on the interstate. A friend and I was rear-ended by a drunk driver, and I was in excruciating pain. I started the chiropractor care along with the massage therapy, and it has totally transformed my world. With God's help and the help of them, I have totally got my life back together, and I'm free of pain medicine, and I'm so grateful that I am where I need to be today.
$7:35, Dan and Elesha here from Veterans. And Elesha, what do you got?
Well, I was thinking, this is the end of the year. We've had so many great things happen this year, so kind of wanted to touch on a couple things and review that, and then talk about just a couple things that are coming on in early 2020. So the first thing is, in Mountain Home, they have what's called the Bob Davis Veteran Center, which has been a community-supported initiative, and it's just amazing. But it will end up being the only veterans homeless shelter in North Central Arkansas.
Wow.
And so I was online yesterday, and I saw a YouTube video that kind of does a little walkthrough about how the progression is coming, and then what it's going to turn into. So I thought your viewers may like to see that.
Okay. Are we ready to cue
Yep,
it?
we've got it. I'll play it right now.
Here we go.
This is going to be, once you come in these front doors, the first area you'll see is our veteran store, which will have products that are made by veteran-owned companies that we will be selling to the public. Once you are through the doors and through the store, the half wall you see here is going to be on the other side of that is our coffee hut. We have construction, as you can see, going on, so be careful. This will be our coffee hut. There will be a bar down through here that will have coffee, iced tea, lemonade, homemade baked goods, where any veteran can come in and eat. We'll have a pool table, cards, chess, dominoes, checkers. The wall back here of the stage, that is our honor wall, where people who have donated money, labor, will be on our honor wall, honoring our veterans. Then if we come back through here, the upstairs is going to be your storage. This will be the public's bathroom. There'll be a door here with a keypad on it, because from here on it'll be where the veterans live. Our office will be here, where we intake everybody. Down this hallway are the bedrooms, bathrooms, showers, locker room. We'll have one more bedroom. This is going to be our kitchen, and as you can see, we're a long way from getting the kitchen done yet. This big room is our meeting room, dining hall, and hopefully we can have other veteran organizations meet at one time with us. The far room is our food pantry. And we'll have another bedroom there. This room is like their living room. We'll have the gas log in the fireplace. We'll have TV above it. And we'll have couches and chairs to give a place for them to relax. In the big room, we'll have a wall down a desk-type wall down the wall, where Mountain Home Computer Club is going to furnish us with computers so they can job hunt and do studies. They will not be allowed to sit on there and play video games. I figure by the time they get through working, they're going to need to eat and go to bed.
Good. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, that's something where it's right there off of 9th Street, College and 9th. It used to be a church, and now
That was the first Assembly of God church in town.
Yeah. And so I mean, and Dan mentioned to me, and I was thinking the same thing when I first saw it, is, wow, that looks so much bigger than what you would think. But, you know,
Boy, it is.
They are using that space, and I'm just so proud of
Great
them. So
design,
I definitely
yeah.
wanted to,
That is
you
so
know,
cool.
people like to, when homes are being built, they want to peek inside and see what's going on. So I thought that was a great thing to show.
Now, what about donations to help?
So they are always looking for donations. So they have that Facebook page. So they can go there, and her email is on the site, and just email her with, hey, I'd like to volunteer this, or I have this group of whomever who can do this, or
Joanna Baxter Ferris, Baxter Insurance. You can contact her to make donations. It was supposed to be open a year ago, but the delays come down to, as I understand it, everything is done with volunteer labor.
Yeah.
And
So
you look at all the equipment in there,
Yeah.
there's a lot of money
Yes.
that has to go into it yet.
Yeah.
and it's all based off of donations.
But all those
one
drywallers and all that, they're
Yeah.
they're donating their time and pure, so it's
Yeah.
you got to wait for them when they have the time to do it.
Yep, and that community support. So I'm just so proud of them, and I just wanted to share that. Another thing, so that's been going on in 2019. So hopefully 2020 is when they're planning on having their ribbon cutting and opening that up. In June of this year, we had the Mission Act that passed, which has been a godsend for us in this area. Local medical care, specialty care that veterans can receive, the VA will pay for, and they don't have to take the long trip down to Little Rock. Now, if they decide they want to go to Little Rock, they can still do that too and seek care at the VA, but they have the option to stay local. And the community is growing with that, right? Because now you're having all these extra patients that typically we're going to Little Rock, that business is staying local. And with it, Baxter Regional Medical Center is developing a ambassador program that in 2020, they're getting in touch with some leaders within the veteran community, and they're gonna basically come up with some type of a program to honor and recognize veterans when they come in as patients in their facility, and identify them, treat them with a little bit, just honor their service.
A lot of veterans that are maybe eligible for all kinds of programs and benefits through the VA, but don't even know about it and never
Right.
applied.
And they may not, right?
And so with their consent, then they can have somebody from DAV or Elesha or whatever stop by, visit with them, and see if there's anything we can help them do. So far, the people that I've talked to that have taken advantage of this community care network have had nothing but good things to say about it. One of our members had open heart surgery recently through the program.
My husband had back surgery through the program.
And so there'll be some bumps in the road. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You're still talking about coordinating between Veterans Administration and local entities, and there'll be a few bumps in the road, but so far it's going very, very well. And Baxter Regional has really been outstanding about wanting to be involved in the treatment of veterans and keeping them here locally. So a lot of good things.
What about the new outpatient surgery center that's to be completed probably in early 21? Is that going to be a benefit to veterans as well?
I don't know. That's been in the works, I think, for 10 or 12 years. We have two other outpatient surgeries, one there next to the Sneed Clinic on 201. There's another one over near the hospital, right off of Dyer, behind what used to be the pharmacy there on the corner.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know what the real need is, but I know it's been in the works for quite a while, and they're finally getting that up
The
and
report
running.
that I heard was the fact that so many of these surgeries now, even hip replacement, I mean, you can go in and out basically in about 30 hours. Gallbladder. I had an uncle had a gallbladder. He went in at 6 o'clock in the morning. He was home by 6 at night.
Well, most surgeries at Baxter Regional are kind of outpatient almost anyway.
That's what they were saying, yeah.
I've had a couple that in that medical arts building, you can go to the top, and it's kind of in and out the same day.
Yeah.
Another thing that happened this year is the Blue Water Act passed, and that's something where we're going to start seeing those decisions hopefully being made January of 2020. So those Navy veterans who served in the water within 12 nautical miles of Vietnam, who have developed conditions associated with Agent Orange, we encourage them to file claims, reopen their claims for those, because that was passed as being a presumptive of their service. The ID cards. So, a bill also passed that authorizes disabled veterans, so a 0% disabled veteran all the way up to a 100% disabled veteran starting in January can have access to military installations to go to their BX, their base exchange, their post exchange, like the store, kind of like Walmart, their commissary, their fitness and services on the base, different things like that. They have auto shop repair. So what they have to do, though, is get an ID card through the VA healthcare system that shows that they're a disabled veteran. So if they're not enrolled in VA healthcare, they have to enroll in VA healthcare to get that card, and then with that card, they will go to that base, and they'll be able to access those services on base. So that's something that is an awesome benefit for them, as well as the caregivers for disabled veterans too. So that's something that passed, and we're going to see that being implemented early next year. And one other thing that I saw yesterday that was very interesting to me, I was like, wow, was, okay, so the National Guard, right? Because sometimes we forget about that our state has, we have the National Guard, and they're always out supporting different missions. Well, it was the National Guardsmen who have been deployed to border detail. They have determined that is in support of basically Title 10 federal orders, so that's considered service under that qualifies them for benefits through the VA. So I just read that letter yesterday, so that's something to keep in mind for those National Guardmen who have been or will be deployed out to the border, that that services will make them eligible or hopefully eligible, depending on, there's things that if they were injured or different things. So contact their county service officer and find out about those benefits. So
I got a quick question. I want to go back to the Blue Water Act that passed. Can we throw this map up on the screen there, Scooter? I've got a map here of Vietnam with Cambodia and Thailand. Now, this is the Gulf of Thailand. You got the South China Sea, and then you got the Gulf of Tonkin. Is there any limitations? What if we had people that were south of Thailand, in the Gulf of Thailand and Cambodia? Does the Blue Water Act work? What was
12 miles territorial waters of Vietnam, whatever that adds up to.
Yeah. And then Thailand, it was its own. So we had Air Force bases in Thailand where they would fly from there to Vietnam, and that also
passed. Were they at Bangkok? There's a
I'm not sure.
Bangkok?
There were a couple of them. There's like 3 or 4. But anyway, Thailand also, it used to be it was just the perimeter of those bases, but with it also passed that it's not just the border, not just the perimeter, it's anywhere on that base.
That Ho Chi Minh Trail came from North Vietnam south, and it was part of in and out of Cambodia and right along the border there. Mm-hmm. And all of that area was sprayed with Agent Orange.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. And then also the Korean DMZ, it was also part of that.
Really?
They used, right. Mm-hmm. So that passed with the bill as well.
Wow. Wow, 749, need to grab a break. More with Elesha and Dan right after this. Be right back.
End of the year clearance on all G3 boats and Yamaha motors at Henderson Marine. Come check out the low prices on 2019 model G3 fishing boats and G3 Suncatcher pontoons. Henderson Marine offers in-house financing and is your local authorized Yamaha service center. Need parts, accessories, water toys? They got them too. Need to winterize? Call Henderson Marine today to schedule your winterization. When maintenance matters, call Henderson Marine at 870-488-5600.
Come see us today at Henderson Marine.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Vera Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau. Stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing embroidery and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
$7:52, we're back with Dan and Elesha, trying to give them all the time they need.
I want to touch on something real quick. It's not only deals with veterans, but the whole community. If I do the concealed carry licensing classes, and we went into the medical marijuana issues in the last year. You need to be aware that if you get a medical marijuana patient card, you're going to have some problems with gun rights. You won't be eligible for a concealed carry license. ATF has notified all of their dealers that if they knowingly sell a gun to somebody who has a medical marijuana card, they're breaking the law because it's still a Schedule I drug, and it's federally illegal to possess firearms and Schedule I drugs at the same time. It's kind of a problem because essentially they've turned it on their heads. We used to, in most jurisdictions around the country, small amounts of marijuana for personal use was treated like kind of a misdemeanor, a ticket and so on. Growing it and selling it and so on were serious felonies they put you in prison for. Well, now we've turned it upside down. So if you have a license to grow it for medical use or you have a dispensary, you're okay. But if you're a 75-year-old guy who's got cancer and you want to try CBD oil, you may have a problem with concealed carry.
What if you had the concealed carry before the card?
And when you go to renew it and you answer, state police has put that same question that ATF put on their transfer forms. That question is, are you an unlawful user of marijuana or addicted to stimulants and so on? Well, normally you used to say no, but now they put a big bold warning under there that said regardless of what your state has said. Well, there's also a bill to try to require DEA to take it off of the Schedule I list so we don't have this problem. And as a matter of fact, when we had this issue when some of the first states started to try the medical marijuana, you had the issue where now you're in conflict with federal law, and even though the state says you can legally do this, DEA could still come in and make a federal case. And so to deal with that, when they passed the Budget Act, there was an amendment called the Rohrabacher-Blumenauer Amendment. And what that amendment said was the federal government couldn't spend any money out of their budget to prevent states from adopting whatever laws they thought were right for medical marijuana. And ATF has kind of decided they're still going to push this federal thing. And so it'll be dealt with eventually, but right now just keep in mind, if you want to try medical marijuana for cancer or for any of the other programs that are involved, be aware that it may affect your gun rights.
So, got a couple things. Those PTSD healing stamps, have you seen those?
No.
So it's a picture of a plant coming, a new plant, and then around it are brown leaves. So it symbolizes new life and new opportunities. And 65 cents a stamp, so it's 10 cents more than what a regular stamp is, but that 10%...
Is this it here?
Yes, that's it. So the 10%, or the 10 cents goes to help PTSD research. And so for those of you who are...
Those are forever stamps, aren't they?
Yep, they're forever stamps, 65 cents a stamp, so a little bit more, but that extra 10%, 10 cents you're paying goes to support PTSD research. And I've got 3 sheets of them, so they have them. If they're sold out, because now everybody wants them, you can order them online, or just ask your
app,
or just ask your post office to order more. But I would encourage.
Christmas cards. Gasville still has some.
Do they?
Yeah, and Flippin' has some. So anyway, that's just something to let people know that those are out there. Encourage them to support that research. And I was talking to y'all, when we were off the air, about that women veterans group that I have, and we have really grown over the 2 years that we've had it. We're up to about 75, 80 ladies that are on my roster, and we have she's the cutest thing, and her name's Miss Edith, and she served during World War II, 1943 to 1946 in the Women Army Corps, and as a chaplain's assistant. Well, she is turning 98 on Christmas Eve, and
Wonderful.
So there's a couple of things that we're doing. So if you know Miss Edith, don't tell her. Here's a secret. I'm just gonna put it out there, but we're doing Christmas cards.
Edith Mitchell.
Yes, yeah. So we're doing birthday cards. So I know sometimes you see it on Facebook where, hey, this person's turning whatever. So if anyone would like to send her a birthday card, and Charlie's gonna be kicking me later because I'm gonna give his mailing address, because the college is shut down for 2 weeks, so I don't get mail for 2 weeks, and that's during. And I'm not going to give you my home address, but I will give you Charlie's address. So if you will send, so you could do Veteran Service Office, and then underneath it, birthday card, Miss Edith, or something like that. Send that to 5 East 9th Street here in Mountain Home. 72653. I have
That's the County Veteran Service Office.
That's the County Veteran Service Office. Send it there. I have this big, beautiful box that I'm going to put everybody's birthday cards that we've received in and give it to her at our women's event on the 27th. Also, at that event, we're going to be at Colton's for lunch. They are going to present her with a Quilt of Valor.
Wonderful.
And I'm just so excited. And so we talked to her about it. She knows she's getting that because we wanted her to invite her family. And I've never used this word before. Well, I did in an email yesterday, but I've never said it. My dad used to say it all the time. She was flabbergasted. And I was like, when am I ever going to use that word? But see, she was just like,
She
what?
still sings at the choir at First Baptist Church.
She is amazing.
Yeah.
She is amazing. So, wish Miss Edith a happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
you know
Miss
her,
Edith. I know her.
Tell her that. If you'd like to send her a birthday card, you can, of course, send it to her if you know her. But if not, send it to the county service office. We'll make sure she gets that.
Yep. Speaking of birthdays, real quick before we run out of time, I want to wish my son in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, a happy birthday today.
Awesome.
Yep. 31 today.
31.
I gotta wish my wife a happy anniversary on the 23rd.
Oh, happy birthday.
42
happy
years.
Anniversary, Donna. You are a wonderful woman.
And of course, we want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thank you for what you do for the veterans. To all of our veterans, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. God bless you all.
Yeah.
Final thoughts?
Just spend that time with your family. That's the one thing, is just use this time. We get kind of busy with everything. Just kind of maybe just pump the brakes a little bit and slow it down. Spend that quality time with your family.
That's a heck of an idea.
With that, we got to say goodbye. See you on Monday.